Hi, I'm co-host Tom Lang.
No, he's Tony Fagnelli. I'm Tom Lang, and this is Open Throttle 360.
Open Throttle 360 presented by D&D Salvage, buyers of all types of scrap metal. Best prices, best service. For more information, visit dndsalvagepittsburgh.com.
Welcome to Open Throttle 360, the only local television show that covers motorsports, just about anything of interest to gearheads and car lovers alike. We're in beautiful downtown Sharpsburg at Fort Pitt Classic Cars, and joining me is my guest host, Tony Fagnelli. Tony, welcome to Open Throttle 360.
Thanks, Tom. I'm glad to be here. I remember one time we were at the races and you were doing announcing with a live mic, and you wanted to interview me with the live mic, but you were a little afraid to have me on there. I'm not exactly sure what that was all about because I never do anything crazy.
Well, you ask your friends and they'll tell you a completely different story. But you know what? I'm not worried about tonight because one, this isn't live, it's on tape. And two, we've got great editors, and they can fix anything that we do wrong. So
Sweet.
Have at it tonight.
All right.
Why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about the kind of drag racing you're involved in?
I race in a class called Top Sportsman, and it's just door cars. It's a fast bracket race class. It's bracket racing, but you have to qualify. Once you get to 32 cars, then it's just a regular bracket race from there. But it's a pretty fast class. The cars, they're basically pro stock cars or pro modified cars, depending on what you want. There's a difference, like compared to the pro modified cars, they have so much nitrous. We only have one stage. We run automatic transmissions. The pro stock cars are limited to 500 cubic inches. We can run whatever we want. I mean, we can run 1,000 cubic inches if we want. It doesn't matter. But it's just a fast bracket race class. Once you're qualified, you have to cut a light. You have to drive the other end. It's just a fun class to be in.
How fast does your car go?
My car goes 680s, 690s on one stage. It'll probably go faster if I turn the second stage on, but I haven't needed to turn on the second stage, so I don't. But it's just a fun class. You have no idea how exhilarating it is driving one of those cars.
Well, your brother Gino's got a pretty cool Top Sportsman car too.
We built him a Top Sportsman car a few years ago, and his car's really nice. He wanted something different than a 68 Camaro or split window, so he built a Mustang, but it still has a Chevy engine in it. So, but I know they're going to be all mad. Yes, but the car turned out real nice. He likes racing in the class too.
What kind of cars did you start out in?
I started out in Greentree when I grew up. My dad bought me a little 69 Cutlass, and we used to drive it around to high school, street race it. But I see those junior dragsters out at the track now, and I wish I would have had one of those. I wish I would have had that class whenever I was 8 years old, because I definitely would have had one of those.
Well, we did an interview with a junior dragster driver from Pittsburgh Raceway Park this summer. Let's go to that interview now.
Lisa Butler.
Lisa Butler. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. How long have you been racing, Lisa?
8 years.
8 years.
Yep.
So you were.
8 years old.
So you're now 8 and
16.
There we go. Nice. So what do you like about racing?
I just love it. It's a great family, great friends. It's just amazing.
Just a good time, huh?
Great time.
So how did you get into it? What made you start racing?
My dad's been racing since before I was born, and I've been brought up here since I was a baby, and I just loved it and got right into it.
So the whole family races, everybody?
Everybody but my mom.
What kind of car is this?
Well, it's called a junior dragster.
A junior dragster?
Yes.
Okay. How old do you have to be in a junior dragster?
You can be 8 years old.
8 years old up
Yep.
till at what age?
17, well 16, sometimes they let 17 go,
So
but
17, okay.
yeah.
So what do you do after this?
Well, I plan on going to a dragster, but I mean, some people just go right in a street or trophy, top, mod, anything.
Okay. So do you have your license yet?
No, I have my permit.
You have your permit?
Yes.
So do you think it's going to be hard for you to drive like just drive normal, like don't pick up groceries, do that, and not
No.
like be running burning?
I've done pretty good with my permit. Trying not to
Is
go
that
too
right?
fast.
Right. So you're not picking up a gallon of milk and just, burning out in the parking lot. No.
No.
Not yet. So what kind of car do you guys just drive when you're not driving this? Regular
I
car?
just drive my parents' car.
Parents' car.
Although my mom got a vet, and I'd love to drive
Your
it.
mom got a vet. Nice. Okay. This is trouble. Where do you guys live?
We live in North Huntington.
In North Huntington. So the North Huntington police should look out for a vet and a little 16-year-old girl zipping around?
Yep.
Nah, is that right? No, we don't mean that. We do not mean that, right? At least
No.
look at the camera. We don't mean that.
No,
You have to say,
we
okay.
don't mean that.
Absolutely. So now the other girls you race with, is it friendly? Is it nice? Is it competitive? How's that work?
My best friend and I met here.
Oh, is that
and
right?
that was before we started racing, and then
Okay.
we've been friends ever since then.
And you guys race against each other all the time?
Yeah, and we go to the same school.
You go to the same school? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So do you come to where else do you race? You race here, Pittsburgh Raceway Park most of the time?
Yeah, we traveled to Maryland last year for that
Okay.
event. Bracket finals, if we make it, depending on where that is, we'll travel there. Normally it's just here, pretty much.
Right. Oh, look at that.
It's a beautiful car.
That's a beautiful car. It is. Yeah.
It's very fast. too.
Most 16-year-old girls are looking at pictures of Justin Bieber. You're looking at big dragsters driving
Yeah,
by. That's all right.
definitely
That
me.
makes you special.
Would you like to turn your scrap into cash? For more than 30 years, D&D Salvage has been providing the best prices and the best service for all types of scrap metal. From cars to cans, walk it in or haul it in. Located under the 62nd Street Bridge in Lawrenceville, D&D Salvage pays you the best prices in the area. D&D Salvage. Visit them on the web at dndsalvagepittsburgh.com or call them at 412-781-9840. D&D Salvage. Turn your scrap into cash.
Glenn Busch Ford in Apollo is celebrating its 40th anniversary with incredible deals on Ford's hottest models. The all-new Ford Escape is loaded with new features and technology, and the new EcoBoost engine delivers the power and performance with impressive fuel efficiency. The newly redesigned 2013 Ford Fusion is easy on the eyes and easy on gas. Available with Bluetooth technology and voice-activated music search. Glenn Busch Ford also has great year-end deals on the best-selling Ford trucks. Glenn Busch Ford, celebrating 40 years on the hill in Apollo.
Tony, in addition to a stupid fast race car, you got a pretty cool street car too.
I do. It's a resto mod. It's a 1970 Coronet. I put a Hemi in it with a 4-speed Lenko.
Resto mod.
Yeah, you know resto mod. It's whenever you restore a car and you modify it up to current specifications.
Kind of like putting air conditioning in a 57 Chevy.
Exactly.
You know, that's one of the specialties of Bruce Harvey and the folks at Pro Comp Customs.
Awesome.
I'm Kelly with Open Throttle 360 at Bruce Harvey's Pro Comp Custom, one of the finest custom and restoration businesses in the area. We know that behind every business is one hell of a team, so let's go meet the guys at Pro Comp Custom.
My name is Matt. I have worked on cars for a long time. It started out as a hobby, but I decided to pursue it as a career.
My name's Will. I do a little bit of body work and engines around here.
Steven Keeler. I've been working on cars for 10 years, something like that.
All right, my name's Dylan. I got into doing this when me and my dad got a boat, and it was a vintage boat, and we started just refurbishing it, restoring it, making it look good.
Yeah, my name's Jim. I'm a fabricator. It's just pounding on metal all the time, you know, bending, shaping, getting it to roll, get your doors cut in, getting holes you don't want filled in, just welding, grinding, hammering, beating, all that.
Hi, my name is Nick Sportelli. I'm the head mechanic here at the wrench, and I take most of the cars that the guys do 90% of the work to in the back, and I actually put them together and make them whole running cars, and make all the switches and the buttons work.
My name is Kirk Muzzio. Here I pretty much do a little bit of everything. I maintain the shop, clean the cars, buff, sand, anything that I can get my hands in, I do.
I can just do a little bit of everything. My main passion is custom fabrication and metalwork.
I got into this field probably when I was 16 and scratched my parents' car.
And went to Tech because I wanted to do more than just work on everyday cars. I wanted to work on cool cars. So here I do body work and some metal work.
Puzzle making. I get cars in boxes, and guys dump them in my lap and say, hey, put this together.
Hi, I'm Bruce. I've been doing this stuff for a long time, and I got started at an early age and been nuts about it ever since. I love taking a car like this one right here and doing all kinds of metal work with it, chopping it, sectioning it, lowering it, shortening it, stuff like that. And I do a lot of painting. I love doing custom painting, and seeing the reaction of the owner when he comes in to look at the car is probably the best part of it.
Wow, factory stock Corvette. Looks like every part on this car is brand new. The modern race car has very specialized parts on it. You're not going to find them at a dealer. You're not going to find them at your local auto parts store. Racers in this area rely on Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic Precise Racing products for the parts and advice they need. From dirt to drag and everything in between, Precise is a racer's best friend.
We're at Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic Precise Racing products, also known as HTMA and Precise Racing.
Okay, you need some parts for your daily driver, your family car, your pickup, whatever it might be. A lot of choices out there. The big chain parts stores, maybe you've got an independent parts store in your own neighborhood you like to deal with. But if you've got a race car and you need that specialized part, like an upper A-arm, you need to go to Precise Racing products. South Pike Road, not far from Lernerville. This is Brett Newpert. He's the store manager here at Precise Racing Products. Brett, you're the Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic dealer. Where all do you cover?
Our states encompass Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, and New Jersey.
So you're a Hoosier dealer, you're right down the road from Lernerville. I gotta assume this is all dirt track stuff here.
No, not at all. We actually encompass all forms of racing and motorsports. We handle dirt track racing, asphalt, drag racing, street performance, aftermarket truck, go-karts, dirt bikes, and ATVs.
So let's talk a little bit about tires. A lot of technology goes into a tire these days. I know a lot of the Pro Mod drivers and the blown alcohol drivers, they prefer the Hoosier Racing Slick. You've got somebody here who can help me figure out which tire I need?
Yeah, we have a full staff available for all your needs, and along with we work directly with Hoosier Corporate to provide you with the best tire for your application. And a lot of people don't know, but every tire is hand built.
You're also a dealer for VP Racing Fuels. Same thing with VP. There are so many options amongst the VP Racing Fuels. Can you help me figure out what fuel I need for my race car?
Yeah, no problem whatsoever. A lot of people think that a gallon of racing fuel is a gallon of racing fuel, but it's so much more. Every kind of racing application, along with what engine that you have in your car, will dictate what fuel you need to run, and we can help you out with that.
So with Hoosier and VP and all the other products you supply, you've got people here that can help me figure out which parts I need for my car.
Yep, we have a full-time staff. Lynn, he handles a lot of our dirt track racing tires and also our late model parts. Chandler, he's our shipping manager and a logistics manager. Mike, he does a lot of our open wheel racing parts and also our web orders. And Bill, he handles all of our receiving and inventory.
So Brett, can you tell us how Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic and Precise Racing products got to where they are today?
Yeah, back in 1978, Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic was founded by Bud Watson in a one-stall garage, and we've been an exclusive Hoosier Tire distributorship since 1985. We cover everything that a racer may need, and Precise Racing is your one-stop shop for all your racing needs.
From complete restoration to custom paint to custom fabrication to resto mod, Bruce Harvey Pro Comp Custom offers a variety of services for cars, trucks, SUVs, and motorcycles. For more than 2 decades, Pro Comp's award-winning work has blown away customers all over the globe. Whether it's hot rod, muscle, vintage, or classic, Pro Comp will work with you to design a look that'll turn heads. Visit Bruce Harvey Pro Comp Custom at procompcustom.com.
Would you like to turn your scrap into cash? For more than 30 years, D&D Salvage has been providing the best prices and the best service for all types of scrap metal. From cars to cans, walk it in or haul it in. Located under the 62nd Street Bridge in Lawrenceville, D&D Salvage pays you the best prices in the area. D&D Salvage. Visit them on the web at dndsalvagepittsburgh.com or call them at 412-781-9840. D&D Salvage. Turn your scrap into cash.
One of the great things about the drag races, every ticket's a pit pass. All the fans can come down in the pits, get up close to the cars and drivers, and see what's really going on.
Yeah, it's awesome. When you come to the drag races as a fan and you want to go see that car or meet that driver, you just walk up to them. Nothing is roped off. You can go over and get an autograph if you want, and you know, you have real accessibility to the drivers and the cars at the drag races.
And the kids get
that's the best. Yes, that's the best, is whenever the kids want to sit in the car, you say, hey, do you want to sit in my car? Yeah, and then you sit them in there and they're grabbing the steering wheel and they have a smile from ear to ear. It's awesome. It's the best.
Well, this summer we were up at Motordrome Speedway, interviewed a driver named Steve Long. You ever heard of Steve?
I have heard of him.
Well, this is a guy grew up near the racetrack and always has the kids in his heart, and he's looking out for them.
Awesome.
We're at Motordrome Speedway for the Piney 5. Joining us now, Steve Long, races in the super compact division. Steve, tell us a little bit about your car. What makes it a super compact?
Okay, it's a 96 Mitsubishi Eclipse. It started off as my neighbor's wife's car, and when it was about half blown up, need all kind of fixing on it, they decided to sell it, and I bought it for $200. And spent a lot of time. You pretty much gut the whole car. You build a cage inside of it, 4-roll cage. There's a lot of little stuff. You're allowed 150 horsepower at the front wheels. And after your third when they dyno you to make sure you're there. And we're right there. And do a lot of extra little bit of work to it. You know, you got to scale it and everything else. There's a lot of engineering and technology that goes into these things. Basically, we build from the ground up everything.
It looks like it's got street tires on it.
Yeah, we're supposed to run street tires, nothing below 300 tread wear. We try to stay around 400. That's just about right for here. We've tried a lot of different tires, and these things, the ones I have on her tonight, seem like they're about the best.
How did you get into this kind of racing?
Well, long time ago when I was a little kid, but I'm not going to make this too long, but we used to live a couple hills away from here, and we could hear these cars on Saturday night. That's when they used to race here. And ever since then, I want to be in a race car. And my friend Chuck brought me here to Motordrome when I was 18 years old for the first time. And ever since then, that's all I wanted to do, was be a race driver. And been doing it for about 9 years now. And ever since I got my first shot, I had a guy that taught me how to present myself to the fans, and they're no different up there than I am. You know, they want to be down here just as bad as I did, and we try to do a lot for the fans, put on the show for them, you know, give them everything that they expect out of a race driver and out of racing. And one of the major things this year, it's all about fan appreciation, and we've been giving all the trophies away to a junior fan. We pick somebody out of the crowd or somebody random. The kids all run down to the flag stand after the race, and it's great. But so far, we've given away 6 trophies this year.
That means you had to win 6 times.
Yes, and believe me, some of those are pretty tough wins. And we're hoping tonight we got a pretty good car. And one thing, we really got some great sponsors this year, and that really helped out a lot.
Not only do you race and look after the fans, but you help on a lot of other people's cars.
Yeah, a lot of the other guys, I can see them struggle, you know, and there was guys in the beginning when I started this, they would come over and help me. One of the greatest guys was Bill Audie, and he never messed around with the 4-cylinder cars before, but he was one of the guys that he knew everything. You know, he's really good at what he did, and he could see what you're doing wrong. He'd come over and tell me stuff, and then other guys would come and help me out, you know. So what we do is I try, you know, every spare minute I have to talk on the phone to these guys, and any questions they have to try to get them up there. You know, the better competition, the better the show. That's what it's all about, you know. If one guy's running away with it all, that's no fun, you know.
And you need competition for the class to survive. And I know drag teams that I was involved in, we always helped other drivers that got in because it helps all of us when you got more cars.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's one of the major things, you know. And when I used to race up at Jennerstown, and we had it was tight race and it was close, and that was the most fun I ever had. And now it's starting to get that way down here. You know, guys are starting to come on faster and faster and faster, and it's a great thing to race side by side with somebody you trust, you know.
Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us tonight, and I sure would like to see you make a kid smile tonight when you give him that trophy.
We're going to try our very best. We're pretty good right now, and we're hoping it gets better.
All right, thanks. This is Tom Lang reporting for Open Throttle 360 at Motordrome Speedway. Tony, you carry a lot of spare parts in your race car trailer?
I carry a few pieces, Tom. It's kind of expensive to carry everything you need, nor do I even have the room to put everything in there that I would need.
What do you do if you break something?
Well, if I break something and I don't have it, the first thing I do is send somebody to go and try and borrow it from another racer.
Well, the folks at Precise Racing Products can help out there too. They have a fully stocked parts truck that goes to all the tracks they service. So if a racer breaks a part at the track, Precise is going to get them back on the track.
Oh, that's sweet.
And it's usually a crew chief or a crew member that's going looking for that part.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
having been a crew chief in the past, I know just how important the crew is to a race car.
They're invaluable. Whenever I'm racing, when I'm strapped in the car with a full face helmet and a window net, they help me get into the water. They help me back up into the groove. With the scoop there, it's hard to see the starting line, so they get me lined up onto the starting line. It's a critical aspect of the run, Tom.
Well, this summer we were at Motordrome Speedway. We had a chance to talk to Cy Poole. He's the crew chief on his brother Mark's late model. We're at Motordrome Speedway for the Piney 5. We've had some interviews with drivers. Now we've corralled ourselves a crew chief. Mark Poole's brother Cy is the crew chief on his car. Cy, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Tell us a little bit about what your job is here at the racetrack.
Well, my job basically is I make sure the car is safe when he goes out. When he gets in the car, make sure everything is strapped on. Safety's number one for me. His wife, Kathy, she's a spotter, does a fantastic job. When I'm up on top of the trailer during the race, my basic job is to keep an eye out ahead on the track, someplace that he can't see. You know, there's always that blind spot where that driver's going in the turn, he can't see coming out. It's my job to give him a little warning on what he's coming up on. Other than that, man, just here to help out. Mark builds the cars, he adjusts on the cars. I know what he wants sometimes, he tells me what he wants, I can help him out. But it's all up to Mark. I'm just here basically to make sure he's safe and we have a good time.
So you're in constant communication with him on the radio?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, when needed. Basically, we like to stay off the radio. Kathy's on it, she's a spotter. I like to stay off the radio. He hears my voice, he knows there's something wrong on the track. Caution comes out, we talk a little bit, but that's about it.
How long have you and Mark been racing together?
Oh, geez, it's got to be 15, maybe 16 years. We started out a couple of years in the Legacy Series, and we got a great sponsor in Frank Howard Concrete Pumping. Helped us out all along, a long time. And we went up to late models and just started learning. I mean, we started with nothing, learned from scratch.
Always on the asphalt?
Always on the asphalt. It's a lot cleaner.
Yeah, I've raced with dirt cars. It is a whole different ball of wax. Do you race any place else other than Motordrome?
We had a great time up at Jennerstown when they were running, they were open. Mark really liked the track. He did real good up there. Being that, it's Friday nights and a lot of times guys work a little too hard. You can't get out there on the weekends, but we're looking to try to go to Clearfield in a couple weeks.
The Lasky family has done a lot for racing in this area. No better way to honor a guy like Piney Lasky than to name a race after him. Looks like a pretty big event.
Yeah, it's usually the biggest one the Motordrome puts out every year, and Stanley does a good job. Everybody gets along here real good. Bunch of buddies practicing together, changing secrets. It's a lot of fun.
If you and Mark weren't racing, where would you spend your time and money?
What money? Well, I don't know. We'd find something to do.
Well, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck tonight. I'm going to let you get back to work.
Thanks. You guys have a good night.
This is Tom Lang reporting for Open Throttle 360 at Motordrome Speedway. Boy, that GoPro segment, that's my favorite part of the show every week. Really like to thank the folks that uploaded some video for us. Remember, you too can upload some GoPro footage. Just go to OpenThrottle360.com, follow the link to upload your video. Also, we'd like your comments. info@OpenThrottle360.com. And as always,
like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
I'd like to thank the folks from Fort Pitt Classic Cars for having us here today. Also, Tony, I'd like to thank you for being part of the show. Hope you had some fun.
I appreciate it. I did. I had a blast here. It was a good time.
And I'm glad you weren't too good, because I don't want you stealing my job away.
I could never think I could be. Well, I'm not as handsome as you, so I know I can never get your job.
What are you doing over the winter to get ready for next season?
This winter, I'm going to eat a lot. My car's right at the minimum weight, so I need to gain some weight. So I'm going to eat a lot of pizzas.
That extra weight, does that help you with traction?
It does. It does. Hey, the camera doesn't add 10 pounds, does it?
No, you just are born fat.
Okay.
Hey, we'll see you next time here on Open Throttle 360.